Yeah,
It's
I
funny
don't
how
know.
everybody showed up to this.
Alex was. I'm gonna try to be brief.
Alex
I
was a good
only,
man.
since I got this fucking shitty land, I only have two people that I can consider the closest family I had in the last fucking 17 years. One of them was Alex.
Hope is a fool's
He's
game.
dead fighting the creature that killed his
I
real
fucking
brother,
shot him.
his blood brother.
His blood
And
is
we
on my
started to
hands.
getting actually closer when he told me. After we hunted for our first bear together, he told me,
The black
"You remind me, my brother,
purity of his
just bushy and head
blood
hidden,
is all over my
but
hands.
honest."
It's a stain
And
that
I
I
just
won't
yesterday
be
was
able
with a
to get
guy
out.
that was like, there was like an instant, like I sleep, I woke up, I
It's my
slept my
fault.
fingers, and where's
It is
Alex?
my fault.
This is how fast the life can go.
It is my fault.
I The other person is still alive gladly, otherwise I just put the bullet right now in my brain. Is Ivan, is the other my brother. I'll
You
take
know
a
better
bullet
than
for that man
chaos.
twice actually right now because
You know better than chaos.
he's nothing against no one, but honestly, those two guys got my back all the time. They got my back in truth, they got my back in everything. I love them like family. Respecting everyone. Respecting everyone. I know I'm a fucking douchebag sometimes and I did some bad choices, but that was all my life bad choices. I learned how to be better only in Chernados when I
Keep it cool.
finally had family. So thank you, Alex, for the moments of wiseness and for you being a big man, a funny guy in your own weird way. For not liking to hear my metal songs and my electronic music. It was actually good to have you, as long as you were. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. Okay. Doc, you're next.
Doc.
No, wrong.
Alex.
Not that Doc. Sorry, that's fucking
Oh,
confusing.
my bad.
I was about to say they were going in order.
Alex. Oh, Alexander. I haven't been at Camp Freedom for a long time. I'm pretty sure I'm still actually on my trial, but feels, even though I've only been out on, what, 2 runs with that man and only known him for about 2 weeks, feels like I've known the man a couple of years. He was something, alright. I mean, remember one time I needed to go meet a friend. It was a long journey and it was hard. I didn't even know how to shoot a gun. He volunteered to come with me, and he saved my life on countless occasions of that journey. Alex was an understanding man. He barely judged you, and he was the voice of reason for a lot of moments. I will remember him as a very, very close friend of mine. That's all.
Thank you, Doc. Hang on, I want to do the clap. Thank you. Awesome. Ready them. Chris, if you have any words.
I'll go ahead and skip, because I'll be honest, I
Okay.
didn't know Alex that well, but I knew he cared about Camp Freedom and you guys, so my condolences to you guys.
Same for Donia.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Okay. If not, if you have anything to say, you're more than welcome to. If not, Dave, take the floor. If you have anything, obviously.
Alright, so Alexander Petrov. I met him about, I don't know, a weekend. I woke up in Zelenogorsk. after I met Adrian, I went up to Camp Freedom with, of course, my friend Caesar knows who I'm talking about because he actually saved him. Well, so did Alexander. Alexander was a guy that I would fuck around with. We would basically make fun of each other every time I went there. Went there quite often just to see Alex as well as a few others, really. We would always joke around about trading his AUG for some stupid shit on a daily basis that I see him. And yeah, no, he was. You know that really fun cousin at the family reunions? That was Alex. He was that one fun guy out of all of you. No offense, Caesar, you're boring as fuck sometimes though. It's just he was a nice guy. He was a really truthful and honest man that nobody could replace. I was really sad to hear when Nikolai had radioed me about it. I was just getting back to Nadia and Christian's house when we all three heard about it, actually. Yeah, no, that's Alexander for you. He was like that fun cousin. That's all I can say, really.
Thank you, Dave. Where's Knox?
She may have passed out, but she
Oh,
didn't know
yeah.
him. She just came with me because I asked her if she wanted to go.
Gotcha. Okay, so we'll consider that a skip. That leaves Daryl, Boris, Lloyd, and Charlie. I'll leave you guys to figure out the order a little bit here. I'm assuming left or right might be best from my point of view. Yeah, Daryl.
You gotta speak about it.
Daryl, do you have anything to say?
Be smart about it.
No.
Daryl
No.
does not.
Okay.
You're 22, you'll figure this shit
Okay.
out.
Boris.
Boris.
From the moment I joined Camp Freedom, Alex, the person that always made sure I was ready and good to go. He always took care of me when I was ill. He's the first one who always got up and gave me medicine. Ironic, but he always made sure I was good to ready to go. I kind of looked up to him as a father figure since my parents are dead. And it's really sad to see him not here with us today. He will be really missed. Yeah.
Sit. Boris. That leaves Lloyd and Charlie.
Would you like to go first, or should I?
Be my guest.
Alright.
Think of
Oh,
something.
and obviously this man over here. But like, I'm assuming you might want to go last.
Now, I'd like to apologize in advance. I'm not too great at public speeches. I may stumble on my words, but I've been out with Alex on a few outings, and I can tell you the man, you know, he didn't fear death, but he didn't, blindly run towards it either. But I can say, out of all the things in this world, he chose a pretty great way to go out. I have seen many people die in my time here, from common sicknesses that leave them bedridden until they just pass, to the numerous zombies, to other nasty means inflicted by other people, but man, that man fought a bear. The bear may have won, but that is a pretty damn glorious way to go out. He always seemed a straightforward man that always spoke his opinion, always stood behind his ideology. All I can say about him is glory to you, and, well, lived a damn good life, friend.
Thank you. That leaves Charlie, and then this doc. So Charlie.
Let me tell you, let me tell you something. I was there when Alex died. I was there for his last breath. Although I killed that bear, a piece of me left with Alex. I was there right by his side, figuring out what the hell I could do to save his life. But there was nothing. There was nothing I could do. I watched the final breath of that man, as well as his soul. I think what I will remember of that day is I will always remember his eyes. His brown eyes, just looking up at the sky. I don't know what he was looking at, but I'd like to think it was memorable memories. And I know these days those are rare. And I know we're all going through some stuff. But I like to think during our final moments, I like to think that we kind of reflect on what makes us human, what makes us normal. Alex was a good man. You asked him to do something and he'd do it for you. And like you guys said, he'd risk his own life to save anybody. You know, I always miss him. I always miss that voice of his ringing around camp. I'll miss a lot about him, but I think
Brother.
What? Sorry. Anyway, I will. The biggest thing I will remember about him was his attitude towards things. No matter how life got, no matter how rough life got, he always seemed to be positive about it. Like there was a different kind of outcome, or that there was always the positive outcome that would arise, whatever situation it may be. I think that's a gift that a lot of people struggle with nowadays. I mean, there's always the negative, there's always the possibility of bad things arising, and I think we think about that more than anybody else. But I think a big thing we'll miss about Alex is that character, is that personality he had. He always seemed to make you smile. He always seemed to lighten the mood. I mean, whenever you were in a dark place, he kind of reminded you that you were somewhat human, that you were doing the right thing, that you were living. I think now we're so dependent on ourselves and our families and our crew that we often are blinded by what once was before the bombs fell. But you know, times have changed, I guess. But Alex was a man that shouldn't have been in this world that we live in now. I like to think he should have grown old, died some place with family and friends like he is now. I like to think that he's, in a way, watching over us. I hope he's rested. I want to say he's not gone. I think, I like to think that he's still with us right now. But I think he'd be shaking his head questioning why we're here at his funeral of all places. I think he'd want us to move on. I think he'd want us to keep living. I think he'd want us to be better people than we are now. And don't get me wrong, we've all done things to survive that we ain't proud of. But I think, if anything, Alex taught us to be human again. And I hope one day people can be that. I certainly have never had that before, but it'd be nice to experience it. This thing people call faith and hope, but I personally don't see it that often. I mean, let's look at you, Nadia and Christian. Look at what you guys went through. I mean, you almost lost her. The one that you loved the most. The one that you would fight tooth and nail for no matter what. You almost lost her. And I don't know if it was hope, and I don't know if it was faith, or I don't know if it was whatever, but I don't think hope raises monsters like that. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But like I said, I held Alex in my arms, and I watched the life be sucked out of him, and I don't know what that is. If anybody here can tell me what that is, I'd be grateful. But we don't. But I don't.
What is?
About seeing a person's soul just being sucked out of them just that fast, and especially to the person that you care about the most. And I'm sure you have. I'm sure you guys have. And I don't want to bring any of the past up, or I don't want to bring any of that up, because I know it hurts every single one of you that have gone through it.
Frankly, it was my own kid. That's the worst part. But yeah.
And I'm sorry about that. I really am.
You know, it's understandable how you felt at that moment. I don't like it when people have to experience that.
It's crazy. Someone of so much value, someone that meant so much to many people, just gone. And you risk so much just to try and save them, and poof, they're washed away. And I don't want him to be forgotten. That's a big fear. Because we tend to,
He's never gonna be forgotten, Charlie.
I know.
That.
But he's a good friend of all of ours. He gave us all hope.
I know. But like, all I'm saying is, you shouldn't have died the way you died. I know it's crazy to say. He should have died somewhere peaceful, not in the claws of some monster. He shouldn't have been in this fucking wasteland that we live in now. We all shouldn't have been here. Or we all shouldn't have had to go through what we are going through now. But I'm carrying on, but I'm gonna wrap it up. Alex, wherever you are, just know that we are never gonna forget you. And you'll always be in our hearts somewhere. Thank you. You're such a fool.
Thank you, Charlie.
Such a fool.
Thank you, Charlie. Alright. We have one more person that needs to speak, or at least try to.
What makes a man human? What makes a
Yours, my
person
friend.
human?
There's nobody else. Do you have anything?
Let's go. There's nothing you can do. 'Cause you shot him. You're worthless like Chaos.
Right. Okay. Lloyd, can I have a word with you?
You're worthless like
a quick
everybody.
minute?
And Chaos was right. Chaos was so right
Please,
about you,
please,
Charlie,
please, please. Thank you.
I can't
huh?
sugarcoat
You fucking
it,
killed a
though.
man. And there's nothing
Stuff like this, it never gets easier.
you could
Especially
have
somebody that you love and cared about that much.
possibly.
I want to
done
say it
about
does, but
Is that what you need to say, huh? Huh,
It's
Charlie?
I lost Hoyt. I lost
Yeah.
Alex. I lost Lenny.
Are you the
I
Grim
lost
Reaper,
many.
Charlie?
I don't know how I feel right now.
Everything you've touched dies.
I understand it. Like I said, it doesn't get easier.
George
I
is
lost
dead.
my own kid before the apocalypse.
You could have prevented
I
that, but what
get to
did
go
you do?
home for
You sat
vacation
here,
for a week, and
and now you mourn her.
we were going through a bad part of town. We got into the
You're
middle of a
frustrating.
gang shootout, and
If I could have
my
the
two
boy,
9-year-olds
So
got
weird.
if I
shot,
could have it,
and they called. I tried pulling them out to save them, but I just watched their souls just leave them. My
where's the
wife,
Camp
a
Freedom
week later,
boys?
killed herself.
Where's the
And,
Camp Freedom members? I need all
then
blue armed man
What's up?
people,
here.
the muster,
Yes.
grab.
Adrian was
Does
the
everyone
first
have
person
a
to bring
rifle
their
with
hat,
them?
and he was gone
Everyone-
within,
Who's got the rifle?
Yeah, why?
and
What's the
I wanna
problem?
say
We're
it's easier, Doc.
we're doing
I
21 gun
do
salute.
this every day.
I'm
So now we're
gonna.
doing.
Hey, I am going to do that. You're gonna give me 5 minutes. I want to speak.
Okay, we have blackout. Everyone go mingle for blackout then. Just thank you.
You're true.
Yeah.
You're a fucking.
Oh,
This is Alex's stuff too, isn't it? This is.
I have his armband on my
Shit.
arm right now.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Yeah, can we put that in the bag? And then that's his bag and stuff.
You always are, Charlie.
Where is Charlie? I want Charlie to hold the bag, like he did. You carried it up,
Mm,
holding the bag until we're done with it. All his stuff.
yeah,
We have all his
Uh,
stuff in there.
not a fucking.
I know,
one,
I
because
couldn't
all
put
you
the
do is
armband
destroy
back on.
things, Charlie.
But Charlie, yeah, I understand what it feels like to hold somebody and watch their soul just leave. My two 9-year-olds were shot in the gang shootout when I got back from being stationed here for about a week. We were driving through the part of town, and I tried pulling them out to save them, but I
Chris,
just watched their
would you
souls
like
just
to be
leave.
part